Good job, Brian. Okay. Now we've got the neck and we've done the hindquarters. And he's still kind of wanting to eat grass on us. So I'm just going to kind of wake him up a little bit. And now we're going to move up here to the pole. We want to get him to where you'll hear it called breaking at the pole, giving at the pole. What we want is, I want vertical flexion right here. When a horse, if you're walking, trotting, or loping or whatever, and your horse has his head or neck stretched out and the nose out, what happens, something kind of like this here, is, for one thing, they're pushing on this, and the other thing is they're tightening, their whole body is just stiff. We won't be able, if we want to go right, it's going to be pressure, he's going to apply pressure, or left. When the body's tight, if we want to ask for a leg yield, or we want him just to move that way off our leg, he's going to be so stiff he's not going to feel it. So when we get him vertically soft, or vertical flexion, now right now I'm applying pressure here, and he's just saying I'm not going to give. So I'm going to hold this, and I'm going to give him just a little bit of time here. He says, I'll just go to sleep. Now I'm going to just kind of bump him a little bit, because I want him, you know, let me stop just a second. You said something earlier that, you know, he's just kind of a relaxed horse, and he is. He's really comfortable with everything. He's comfortable with humans, and that's a good thing. But we do need to get him, you know, some kind of, get him a little bit sensitive to things, to understanding that this feel right here is communication. So I'm going to apply pressure here, there, and I release. See how his head got vertical? You know, basically, I think with him, he's probably been rode this way for so long that he just, you know, he thinks that's the way it is. He doesn't really have any kind of an ideal that I'm asking him something. I'm asking him to change his position there, right there. But once he knows where that, he kind of bobbled his head with me there. Now I'm just holding it. I'm not increasing the pressure. I'm holding it. His eyes are open, so he says, yep, not now, they're not. Okay, all right. You got anything coming in the mail today? There. What happens again on the pressure and release of pressure, some horses, when we was talking about sensitivity a while ago, you know, there's some horses that are very sensitive. You just touch them and they're like, they're out of here.
I don't want those.
No. So what that horse would do, Brian, he's just kind of like in a freeze, you know. Okay. He'll go away eventually. I don't know what he wants, but he'll stop here in a minute. So, oh, I know what I was getting. I was trying to think, why did I say all that? A horse that's a little more sensitive, what they're going to do is they're going to move that head to the right, to the left. They're going to move it up. They're going to move it all kind of different directions. And through the whole thing, I'm going to hold what I've got. Because what I'm doing is I'm teaching him there is a spot for the release. So eventually the horse starts moving his head everywhere looking for that release of pressure.
Yeah.
So right here with him, I'm going to have to just kind of like bump and release here to get him there, and then that's where I release. And eventually Every time I do it, there he goes. He says, oh, this is where I put my nose to get the release of pressure. Follow me? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, our overall goal on this is to get him to here. Now what happens is the back is going to round off. The body's going to be softer because now he's going to be balanced. So we're preparing him for when we get in the saddle and we apply pressure here on the bit touches the tongue, and then he's going to yield to that because he knows the release is here, and then that's going to keep us, that's also going to bring his hind legs up underneath him, and it's going to get him in position. It's going to get him in a comfortable position. It's going to get him in a relaxed position, a soft position, so that if we want to move him with our legs, we can. Your saddle, you can see with his head down, see how this is starting to flatten out? Mm-hmm. When the head comes up, this gets hollow, and your saddle doesn't fit completely on your horse. It's not comfortable. But when the head goes down, you can see how the hindquarters rounds around, and his feet are starting to come underneath him. We want him in that position when we're riding him. You ever been riding a horse and when you stop him you almost go over his head? I've done that a bunch. Reason why that happens, Brian, is because he's stopping on his front end. He's locking up and boom, he's stopping here. We want him to stop back here. You see the guys on TV, you know, when they go to stop their horse, they're going fast across the arena, then they slide across the arena. That's what you watch that. You're going to see that horse stopping on the hindquarters, and the head's going to be kind of like this with the nose down, but he's coming underneath himself. We want him to stop here, and we also want his departures to come from here. We want him to push from the hindquarters instead of pull from the front end. All right? When he's pulling and he's using this weight here to go forward, then the body's going to be tight and we're not going to have a lot of control. All right, you come up here and do this. We'll go through this really quick. Just a little bit, and push your hand towards his chest. There you go. Just quick bumps until he gets there. He's almost there. He's actually almost there. I mean, he's practically there, but he's just moving his feet. Okay, go toward there. Go ahead and release right there. Good, good. Let's try to get him just a little bit more straighter right here. All right. There, you've almost got it, man. He's giving there. Release. Go ahead and release. Good, good. You got it. Okay, good. Do the other side. There, release. You got it, you got it. And you feel how much, now, you know when you're riding and it's like your reins are always tight, the horse is pulling on you? Okay, with this lee rope right here, when you get him in that position, what happens? It loosens up, don't it?
Yeah.
It's like he's just a sponge. He's just as soft as he can be. That, when we start working more with him as far as collection and stuff like that, I mean, you'll be able to just ride him with just ounces of pressure. You can just do this and he's going to turn either direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more time. There you go. Okay. Oh man, he looks good. As long as Brian, that we feel still. See, this is where I want you to be in a few days, if not sooner. I want you to be where when you come out here and you touch him right there, he's already down here.
Yeah.
That quick. He's just a little bit slower. That's just his personality. But we've got to get him. That's the reason I'm having to bump and release. Now, when you feel like I felt right there, him give, and I felt that softness.
Yeah.
That's what we want, because that's what I want to feel here, especially when we get in the saddle. Now we're also, with the bit, yeah, we're going to get that softness a little bit faster. But imagine how soft it's going to be if I can get it with just this halter here. And plus, when you're teaching them, you don't want to start out with a bit, because that's applying, a lot more discomfort, and they're reacting to it. We don't want the reaction. Here, he's like, okay, I understand it, and I'm going to yield today sometime.
See, he reminds me of my horse Russ so much. That he don't mean to be against you or trying to fight you.
Yeah.
He just is like, I'm just, like, it just doesn't want to, it's just like, he ain't being mean or ornery.
No.
He's not trying to be anything.
No.
He just, I'll say that, watch him throw me, and then I'll just.
Okay. All right. We're going to go on to the shoulders.